I wanted to provide an updated video to go with an updated release of the visual timer project that I've been working on for over the past few years. For those of you who have used it before, you've given me some good feedback. I've tried to incorporate that. Thank you very, very much for responding to my video in the past and providing that feedback. In particular, one of the feedbacks we got was that it was getting a bit too noisy. As I was adding features, there were a few too many controls showing. And so one of the features that used to be on here was this hover control. So as the user hovered over it, I had gotten previous feedback that said it was hard to discover how to play pause, how to reset the timer, because the keyboard controls just weren't obvious enough for some folks. And so if you do want those controls to be here on hover, you can certainly get them and have this play pause function as well as this reset function. However, if you like the minimal experience, that is now the default experience again. So you can have this turned off, in which case you won't have those hover controls and it'll be back to the way you liked it before. This settings icon here is how you get to this settings screen if you want to use your mouse. Alternatively, you can use the keyboard controls. So question mark is how you toggle into that. Sorry, I have to keep moving this window to get it back into the viewport for the recording. And then escape is how you get back to the timer. Some other base functionality, you can resize it, of course. You can make it skinny or short, so it fits on your desktop as you like it. The idea of being especially so you can keep it visible for you. The other features are you can do an ad hoc timer, just as much as you want to set a quick 5-minute timer, you hit the 5 key on your keyboard and then enter to start it. You can do a 10-minute timer the same way, 1, 0, enter. You can, over here in settings, you have a couple other features available to you. You can see the other keyboard shortcuts down here if you scroll down to the bottom. And at the top, you can toggle the ding sound on or off. It makes this crisp, loud ding at the end of the timer to make sure you know it went off, especially if it's behind other windows or what have you. You can change the dings down as much as you don't like the default ding. You can change the color. I'll switch it over to green and save that just so you can see how that works. You can do points. This is a feature I added a couple versions ago. So much as you need a little additional motivation to kind of stay in the habit, I created this concept of points. So you can show the scoring total, again, off by default, because I don't expect everybody wants to use this. But if you want to opt into it, you can just hit this little checkbox here, and now you're in this mode. You can set a target number of points for a day to extend your streak, and we'll keep track of your streaks or whatever. Points, streaks, they don't matter other than to make yourself feel good and to stay in the habit. So here, if I go back now, I've got 0 points currently, and that's because only task started timers contribute to your points. And I'll show you how that works in a second here. Let's see. And so let's go over to tasks at this point. So the timer is great on its own, as much as you want a quick Pomodoro timer of 40 minutes or a quick 10-minute focus session or however you want to use it. But I find I get a lot more done if I can create specific tasks and stay in a task-oriented mode for a session. Call a session 40 minutes to an hour. And then inside of that hour, I can create these tasks. So I've got this one here for create new timer video, which is what I'm working on right now. And the way that you do that, if you didn't notice from the instructions here, the little tooltip is just the number of minutes you think the task is going to take, a dash, and then the task itself. And so here I'm going to guess it's going to take me 12 minutes. I was way wrong about this. It's taking me longer. It's something I'm still working on. And I'm going to add that to my list. I'm going to do another one of these for upload new Chrome extension, which is something I'm going to get to later today, I hope. And so now you can start or remove any of these tasks that are in here. You have a little handy summary at the bottom in terms of if you added up all these tasks, how much time would that take to get through all of them? And then so much as you start one of these tasks and not one of the ad hoc timers, let's start this one. I mistyped that. It will start contributing to your score. So every minute that passes in here that's against one of your tasks will contribute a point to your score. You don't get points for going over. So if this ends up taking 13 or 14 minutes, you still just get 12 minutes to, again, try to motivate you to estimate well. And if it only takes you 4 minutes instead of 12 minutes and you move on to the next thing, then you'll only earn 4 points on that. So trying to build that habit of estimating your tasks, it takes a lot longer to do the average thing than you think it's going to, and this creates some of that feedback loop for you. And that's pretty much it for the main functionality with this update. One other thing that I did want to show is a new desktop app that I'm just about to put into the store. Works exactly the same as the Chrome extension, except I find that I really like to be able to Alt-tab or Command-tab between my windows, and I'm not able to do that in a Chrome extension version of the product, but in a desktop extension for Mac or Windows, I am able to do that. I'm going to be putting out the Mac one first. I know I have most of my users on Windows. Sorry, it's just a little bit harder for me to submit Windows applications at the moment, but I plan on getting both of those available to folks very soon. You'll also be able to download it ad hoc, so much as you don't care about downloading it from the app stores, and there my Windows users will be able to download it right away. I'll make that available hopefully again later today. The other feature that was a much easier to do on desktop that I've gotten popular requests for is to be able to make it stay on top of other windows. So if you come in here again to the settings screen, I can't really do this in the extension, but in the desktop app I can, and you check that box and you hit save. Now it stays on top of windows, which just helps to make it more visible. Again, you can toggle that back off and it will work like it normally does, where it can go behind other windows. So hopefully that's a handy feature for folks as well. Again, thanks for all the feedback. I want more of it, so much as there's things you wanted the extension to do or the new desktop application to do. Please give me that feedback either at a comment on this video if you're watching this on YouTube, or you can email me at Ian, I-A-N, at iandmiller.com. Please keep the feedback coming. I plan on continuing to invest in this to make it a more valuable tool for everyone. Thanks so much.